there. We are in the month of July, and this month we are talking about asking for the community's help in protecting our families and protecting our communities. And we are on a mission here to help as many people as we can protect themselves from the consequences of no estate planning or bad estate planning. So, with it being the month of July, being just coming off of Independence Day, I wanted to talk about how do we keep the court and the government out of our affairs if we're sick or if we die. So, the top question that I get is, how do I avoid probate? There's lots of different tools that you can use to do this, but one of the most popular ones here in Florida is doing something like a revocable trust. A revocable trust allows you to manage how your assets go when you die, but it will also offer you some protection if you become incapacitated. Now, there's lots of little different nuances to doing something like a revocable trust, such as making sure your assets are connected to the trust, because if they're not, it won't do you any good. So make sure you talk to an attorney about it. But this is one of the most popular things that you can do. The second most popular question I get is, how do I avoid becoming a ward of the estate? Now, ward of the state, this is a popular phrase. It gets bandied about quite a bit. We find that a lot of people don't really understand what that means. But what they're talking about is, if I become sick and I can't manage my own assets, I can't manage my legal affairs, I can't manage my financial affairs, I can't tell the doctors what I want, how do I avoid the court system taking all of my rights away from me and giving those to someone else? So there's a couple different things that you can do that will go a long way to preventing this. But these are typically your incapacity documents. So these are things like a durable power of attorney that will allow an agent to manage your legal and financial affairs for you, and a designation or a naming of a healthcare surrogate, somebody to step into your shoes to make healthcare decisions for you if you can't. Now, listen, we see lots of plans come through the office where people weren't really thinking about what was supposed to go in there, and maybe those documents only have one person named. That can be especially problematic, because what happens if something happens to that person? They die, they get sick. So, how do you retain your independence? How do you keep the courts out of your affairs? Simple. Make sure you do an estate plan. And by the way, don't do a DIY plan. I get lots of people who call and they'll say, but I can just pull these documents offline. Guess what? Those online companies, they don't know you. They don't know your family situation. They don't know a lot of the specifics. And so we find that people can really get into trouble with those online documents. Listen, if you haven't done any of this, don't worry. The statistics show that only 67% of people ever sit down and put an estate plan together. So if you haven't done it, you are not alone. Or listen, maybe you are in the third of people who have put a plan together. You really need to ask yourself, when was the last time I sat down, I looked at the plan, made sure that my people still wanted to serve, made sure that my assets are all titled, or have the appropriate beneficiary designations done. I can't tell you how many former clients we reach out to, even with our guidance, that they say, oh, I just forgot to do that. So listen, if you are watching this and you have questions, give my office a call, 727-291-9320. We'll give you a free 15-minute phone consultation. I'm happy to talk to you about any questions that you have. Or maybe you have done it. Maybe you're even one of my clients and we've kept in touch with you, but you know somebody who could benefit from hearing this. Please share the video. We find that people go to the social media sites, go to YouTube for information. And so this is a really good way for people to get information that they need without really, taking that first step. Sometimes people are a little fearful of that. So give us a call, like this video, share this video, help me help protect our communities. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.